Willkommen zurück zu The Zodiac Trial. Letztes Mal hat die Terrorregentschaft von Dog weitergeführt. Das heißt, sie hat sich fortgesetzt und er hat weitere Krieger unter seine Kraft gebracht. Ich glaube, darunter fallen noch... Ich glaube, er hat Horse? Er hat Horse, Tiger und Dragon. Und jetzt müssen wir ihn aufhalten. Von daher versucht gerade Bunny sein Glück gegen ihn in einem Pokerspiel. Yay! Aber es läuft gerade, geht. Und anscheinend kommen wir jetzt zu den letzten Spielzügen und es wird spannend. Come on, I'll give you 7 chips. Aber ich glaube nicht, ich habe Angst. I'm serious. No strings attached. I've got absolutely nothing. So if you go all in, you can start your comeback.
You really like to bully other players when you play poker, huh? Well, you picked the wrong hand to do it with.
Bunny pushed all his chips to the center. Okay, muss ruhig Stimme kommen.
Bunny pushed all his chips to the center. I'm all in.
Great.
Dog flipped over his 2 cards. He had a queen of hearts and a queen of spades. That matched the queen of diamonds in the pool. Bunny's face immediately flushed.
What's the matter? You don't happen to have 5 and a 7, do you? Oh, if you're all in with a 2 pair, just for your opponent to have 3 of a kind, that really suck, huh? What are you hesitating for? Show your cards.
Bunny lay his card on the table. Horse. Knock over the card deck.
What?
If you knock over the deck, mix those cards up with mine. We won't be able to know the outcome of this round. We'll have to do it all again.
And why would I do that?
Because doesn't have the victorious personality. I do. The entire room went silent. What? What was Bunny talking about? I looked over the dog and saw him trying to hold a smirk. Bunny, what are you talking about? It's just what I said. I have the victorious personality. Then why is Doc doing all of this? Why did he try to get Horse and Dragon to grab up tablets? He's probably got the defeated personality. It's mostly the same, but with one wheel caveat. The only person who can survive with the defeated personality is the victorious personality. Essentially, Horse Dragon, if Dog wins, you're dead anyways.
Oh my god, no way.
Yes way. So if you're going to die anyways, knock over the deck and help me win.
Bunny snap. Oh.
So if you're going to die anyways, knock over the deck and help me win.
Bunny snapped, shouting at them.
But neither Horse nor Dragon moved. What's the matter with you two? Don't you get it? You're already dead. And if you're already dead, you should help me survive, damn it.
You really don't get it, do you?
What?
Sure, they can't work with me anymore. But why would they give up their lives to help you? After all, you just admitted to having the victorious personality.
You two can actually win and live with me.
They can't live if they get executed knocking over the deck. And besides, they want the group to live. So if they're going to make a move against me, it's not going to be when you're challenging me. Oh, Bunny. This is honestly such a disappointment. If you just played things a bit smarter, both of us could have survived. I was in the perfect position if you just realized. No, but that wasn't the type of victory you wanted, was it? Well, quit stalling. There are 2 more cards to draw. Who knows? If you get lucky, you can still win.
With a trembling hand, Bunny moved to pick up the top 2 cards of the deck. He placed them face down next to flop cards. Generally, the turn and the river ran revealed at the same time, but Bunny had already gone all in, so there was no need to delay. He left them on the table, face down. He was paralyzed. It was like he couldn't turn them.
Scared, huh? I guess I'll do it for you.
Dog casually leaned over and flipped the cards. A 3 of hearts and a king of spades. No! Rough. Rough luck, buddy. But it's poker for you. Enraged, Bunny lunged the dog. He didn't get far, however, before a mechanical sound activated, and he fell to the floor, writhing in pain. He started scratching his neck, to no avail. The knives in the collar were piercing his skin, choking him. I had to turn around. I didn't want to watch someone die. I wasn't the only one who averted the gaze. But after a bit, I didn't hear any writhing. Bunny. I wanted to feel bad for him, but why did he hide his personality from us?
Warum ernsthaft? Das fragst du? Vielleicht, weil die Victorious und Defeated Personality unsere Feinde sind und er das nicht wollte? Christ, that was a graphic. I'm gonna need a drink a lot to forget that.
Doc's words were like a magic spell that ended our group paralysis. Immediately, Dragon sprang to action.
Oh, we can't get out together, huh? You want to work with me? Shit. He's like, shit.
Doc scrambled to run into a different room. Dragon chased after him, and even though she was faster, the starting distance between the two let Doc get into a room before she could catch him. It was a matter of seconds before the blasted announcement played.
Attention. Doc is currently attempting to tame orcs. During this challenge, the round's timer has been paused. Now that any participant that in any way interferes with the challenge will instantly be executed.
Phew.
I gotta hand it to you. That was a close one. This whole thing's really giving me a heart attack. You're the one getting heart attack? I guess you're right. That's not fair.
Without the help of Horse and Dragon, what's your long-term plan here? Are you going to play against each and every one of us until we're all under your control?
Why would I tell you that? You can sit back and watch the plan kick into action.
I don't think I want to.
Oh, I guess I didn't think about that.
Would you all just be quiet?
I'm trying to pick a game that I can actually win. By all means, take as long as you want.
Whatever. If I think about this for too long, I'm going to get a migraine.
How about we play 2 Truths, 1 Lie? 2 Truths, 1 Lie, huh? I've no objection to that. It seems like sort of a random game for you to choose, though. Not what I expected.
It's basically a game of integration, which isn't entirely far away from my actual line of work.
A game of interrogation, huh? Not how I characterize it, but to each their own.
We'll keep the rules simple. Every round will consist of 2 faces, your face and mine. On your face, I will make 3 statements. One will be a lie, the other 2 will be true. You need to guess which one isn't correct. If you guess right, you get a point.
If you guess wrong, you don't.
Then we do the same thing, but I have to guess, and you have to make the statements. The game will end whenever a round finished with one of us in the lead.
So basically, it'll keep going until someone both attacks and defends successfully, huh?
If you wanted to think about it like that, I guess that works.
I've got no objection to that on the face of things. However, there's a bit of a problem we might run into and that I'd like to address. Unlike a friendly game of this, there's a bit on the line, isn't there? So, how do we know if the other person is being genuine when they reveal which statement was a lie?
We'll simply have to write down the false statement beforehand.
That works on the gritty mechanics side of things, but how do I know your truth will genuinely be true and vice versa?
Okay. How about this? Brian's observing these mages live, right? He's clearly done quite extensive research on our backgrounds before this, and he has access to the internet. Behind the scenes, I would ask Brian to reasonably vet out statements, and if anyone says something is true that isn't true, or vice versa, that person instantly forfeits the match.
You know Brian doesn't know everything about us, right?
True, but we are both unaware of what he does know. I would think the risk of instant disqualification will be more than enough not to cheat.
Alright, yeah, I can work with that. We're just burning daylight as it is. Let's just jump right into it.
Fine, we can start now.
I will go first.
Oh. Ox stood in thought for a few moments. He then looked around for a nearby sheet of paper. It took an awkwardly long amount of time to find some, but once he did, he scribbled something down and folded the sheet up.
Okay. I want to be a singer when I grew up. I have a younger sister. I'm currently single. Oh, wer hoffentlich 3 keine Lüge ist. Which is a lie. Those are your three statements. Those blew my dude. Those blew my dude. But alright, that's what we're going with.
Doc stood in silence for a bit before sighing.
You're really no fun. Those were like nothing statements. I could honestly be any of them and I wouldn't be surprised. I'll go with you being single, I guess. You seem like a pretty charming fellow. Oh, I think you probably have a lady friend on the side to have fun with. Prosecution's stressful work, right? You need someone to help with that.
With a taciturn face, Ox simply unfolded his paper. I am, in fact, an only child.
What shocking revelations. You've really blown my mind with that. This isn't supposed to be a slumber party activity. This is a life and death battle. Really? Then why did you choose the most middle school statement ever? You didn't ask any follow-up questions. No wonder it was boring for you. You think this game is about follow-up questions? Look, I'll show you how it's done.
On Ox's paper, Doc scribbled his own statement, then folded the paper once more.
Alright. Chief of Police Bowen currently is desperately afraid of something, and therefore is secretly conducting a very intense investigation. Brian regularly showed up around my bar before this game started. I lied during the testimony I presented during Mr. Murray's trial. So, what am I lying about?
The fact that 2 of those statements had to be real should have been real. Made me shudder. What was Doc talking about here? What did he know? It also seemed to shake Ox. That's probably why Doc posed such questions.
Those are some big claims you just made. Let's go through them one at a time. How did you learn about Bowen's desperation? Are you going to say something? It doesn't say anything in the rules about having to answer. So that's how it's going to be, huh? Figures. I guess I'm on my own. The third statement is so preposterous, I'm tempted to pick it. However, if it's true, it's the type of thing that would explain why Brian would pick you for this sort of game. You're also not saying that the whole testimony was made up, which I know isn't true. Just that at some point during it you lied. It could be something minor, it's plausible. But the second statement, that's actually something you already said. It was brief, but you mentioned it offhand back during the first round. Back then you had no motive to lie, so we can safely assume that was genuine. But why would you choose something that you had already mentioned? Did you just forget that you had said that? No. Despite your outward appearance, you've proved to be an exceedingly shrewd person. You will remember that, and I bet you know I would too. In that case, even though I don't know why you lie about it, I think you did back then. And you remembered such a strange lie, and you're using it to your advantage now. I believe your second statement is a lie. Ich glaub das dritte. Nah, sorry. Doc held out the paper. Ich wusste es, 3! I didn't lie in court. I'm a very good boy who will never sin against the Lord by committing perjury. Uh-huh. So, what was it about the chief of police? I have no obligation to tell. That's private information. We tried this one, right? Both our offense failed. Then it's your turn to make some truth and lies again. Very well. If you disliked my strategy last round, I very much doubt you're going to like what I'm about to do. However, I think this is the best strategy.
Ox took the paper and quickly wrote something on it. He folded up the paper and put it in his pocket.
I drew a smiley face on the paper. I drew a frowny face on the paper. I only drew one face on the paper. Was? I only drew one face on the paper. You were right when you said I was going to hate this. This is literally nothing, Ox. You've made this a guessing game. Precisely. I hate it. Alright, here we go. Ich sage 3. Dog
walked right up to Ox.
By the way, I'm going to eliminate the third option. You definitely only drew one face. Knowing you, you probably drew a frowny face. That's just basic psychology. But that's probably what you thought, I think. So then you drew a smile face. I couldn't differentiate between your actions when I suspected one then when I suspect the other. Is that because you really did draw both? No, you didn't. Because I just saw you get less tens when I mentioned that. And now that I flipped you suddenly got more tens. Oh, what did you draw? You definitely drew a smiley face, didn't you? That was not a sigh of relief. Way too blatant. Now that you realized I'm reading your actions, you try to throw me off. So, you do a smiley face.
Ox's face grew visibly concerned. He held out the paper, and sure enough, it was a smiley face.
Ha! Wicked. It's not over yet. I can still make a comeback. If I guess you lied properly. Of course. It's far from being over. I wouldn't dare to say that. Now let's see. What it's a good phone for this.
Doc thought to himself, then started writing something down on the paper. He folded it and placed it on the nearby table.
Here it goes. I wasn't the first person to read the whip's tag. Mouse wasn't the first person to read the whip's tag. Bunny wasn't the first person to read the whip's tag.
Huh? Those were your statements?
Ah, okay. Nee, ich wollte sagen, hey, was stimmt doch gar nicht, doch, es geht.
What was this game saying? What was this game saying, Dad?
So you're just asking who with the whip's tag first in your group. Then
Ox started to turn around to look at me, then stopped.
Hold on. If I read anything useful off of Mouse's face, that would count as interference, and she'd be executed, wouldn't she?
I would.
Is that why you picked this question? To try and get Mouse executed? No comment. Wow. And I thought you couldn't go any lower. Yeah, just make a guess. I'm not going to just make a guess when my life's on the line. Since you used the whip, it would make the most sense if you were the one who directly found it. But I can hardly be sure of that. However, I think you know I would be driven away from choosing you as a reader. And therefore, maybe that's why you posed a question like this. And therefore, I'm guessing that I wasn't the first person to read the whip tag is a lie. Ich hab's euch selbst gelesen, oder?
Doc just chuckled, and in an instant, Ox's face fell.
Too bad, so sad. Tell him, Mouse.
I read the tag of the whip first.
Man, Ox, you should have had more faith in your good pal Mouse. So that's that, then. I'm under your control now. Yep. That one's Aber, I suppose. Great!
Dragon smirked, and Doc ran into another room. Instead of continued to chase after him, Dragon just stopped when she realized he would make it to the room. Everyone waited for him to challenge someone with the whip. However, no announcement came.
Hey, what the hell, dog? Why aren't you challenging someone? Why would I challenge someone? And because you want to stop me from beating you up. Why would you beat me up? Are you dense? Dragon, think about things a little more clearly. The last thing you want right now is for me to challenge someone. As a challenger, if I lose, I die. Yeah, and have you not been paying attention? If I die, you die. It would be much better for you if the group won after challenging me. Then they get control of me, and by extension you, and could lead the group to a mutual win.
Hold on, Dragon. If you don't make him challenge someone, he gets to pick the game. That lowers our odds of winning.
Winning doesn't matter if the victory will kill you, aren't I right?
Sorry, Mouse, but Doc's right. As much as I want to kick the shit out of him, I'm transitioning to be his bodyguard. If you want to get to him, then one of you needs to be the one to challenge him. But we'd be at an advantage. I have to ask, must we challenge him? Can we not simply run the clock out of him? So long as many are unwilling to cooperate with him, it'll be exceedingly hard for him to get out alive.
If you're trying doing that, I won't put any actions for anyone I control this round. That way, they'll be executed.
You fucker! I bet the hell out of you!
Don't get mad at me. Get mad at them. If you want to survive, your only option is to get someone who hasn't challenged me to challenge me and for them to win. So come on, go convincing. The dragon looked painfully at us. She was in a really tough situation. I didn't envy her. On the other hand, it was a tall order to convince anyone to challenge Dog. After all, everyone so far had lost to him, even when they got to choose their ideal game. The prospect of dying upon losing to Dog was an incredible disincentive to challenge him. And there wasn't any real motivation to challenge him. At present, even though Dog had plenty of leverage, it was mostly an empty threat to those he hadn't yet challenged. Und wen er herausfordern wird, sehen wir im nächsten Part, denn ich glaube, 20 Minuten reicht erstmal. Und wow, er hat Bunny eliminiert und Ox übernommen. Es fehlt nur noch Sheep, Pig, Rooster, Monkey, ich und Snake, soweit ich weiß. 6 noch ungefähr. Weil er hat Tiger, er hat Ox, er hat Dragon, er hat Horse und er hat Bunny eliminiert. Das sind 5. Er ist der 6. und es fehlen noch 6, ja. Wow, er hat fast die Hälfte der Gruppe schon. Wow, wow. Respekt. Okay, sehr interessant. Gut, dann beende ich den Part hier und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal bei Your Turn to Die. Falsch. Oh nein, ich habe das Spiel falsch gebracht. Also Zodiac Trial. Your Turn to Die. Kommt doch noch. Doof. Ja, Zodiac Trial. Dankeschön. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Oh nein, wie peinlich.